everyone. Welcome to Hallmark Movie Drafts, the monthly podcast where guest panelists are all Hallmark movie enthusiasts who love to debate, rank, and create definitive top 10 lists of Hallmark movies. I'm Lynn Austin, your host, and today I have not one, but two awesome and opinionated co-hosts you're very familiar with, Erinbeth and Stephanie. They're going to help me rein in the chaos that this annual draft always results in. If it's November, it means it's time to draft the definitive list of the 10 best non-Christmas holiday Hallmark movies of 2025. But before we get to today's match, I just want to remind listeners that we dropped a bonus draft on November 8th in honor of Hall star Jessica Lowndes' birthday. Cece Ponce and I drafted the top 5 list out of her 9 Hallmark movies. We had such a blast. It's the draft no one asked for but Cece and I, and honestly, it's a great list, so give it a listen. So today we have 2 drafts in November. Today is the second one, and we'll get to that in a moment. But first, I just want to say, buckle up, because we have not 1, not 2, but 3 drafts dropping in December. Here's the scoop. Bissinger's Chocolatiers CEO Dan Abel Jr. is coming back to HMD to draft a new holiday-themed top 10 list. Erinbeth, you drafted on the first list that we did earlier this year.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot of fun. Dan was great, fits just right in with the Hallmark movie drafts. He's very competitive. So, Stephanie, you better buckle up because he is not gonna just phone it in that day. And not to mention, it's yummy because of all those chocolates and the gummy pandas.
You and your gummy pandas. I
I
actually
think
got messages asking about that, if you have used the HMD code yet again for your 15% off.
well, of course I have, and I think that maybe I should be getting kickbacks if their sales in gummy pandas has gone up in the last year. I think that maybe I should be getting a little bit of that.
You can mute your mic before I mute it for you. Stephanie, I reached out to you to see if you wanted to do the draft with Dan and me. Why don't you tell everybody what we're going to be doing in December? It's going to be totally delicious.
Yeah, so we're going to be drafting the top 10 list of truffle flavors from Bissinger's Christmas at Bissinger's 16-piece truffle collection and their Bissinger's Holiday Cheers truffles collection. And we're going to be talking about the 12 Hallmark movies that have Christmas at in their title. And so I'm just excited because we can talk about great movies like Christmas at Dollywood, Christmas at Graceland. There's so many really good ones.
Can you believe how big that list was? When I first was saying, let's have Dan back, what can we do that will tie in Bissinger's with Hallmark? And since they have a Hallmark Channel advent calendar, chocolate calendar, I thought, oh, this is perfect. We'll draft a list of Hallmark advent calendar movies. But there were only 2. And I'm like, okay, that's not going to work. So I came up with, they have this Christmas at Bissinger's truffle pack that they have for the 16 flavors. And then Stephanie and I looked at how many movies have Christmas at in them. And I thought there were 3 or 4. And Stephanie's like, oh, no, 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 no. There are some wild ones. So I don't know. Christmas at Dollywood matched up with a gingerbread truffle. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, anything can happen, Lynn.
Yeah, and Dan's a savvy drafter. So listeners, as I sort of said a few moments ago, you can use HMD promo code for 15% off virtually everything that Bissingers.com has to offer. I think the only product that's not eligible is their $225 chocolate advent calendar. You should at least take a look at it because it's beautiful. After the Bissinger show drops, then the next December show, which is the official one for December, that'll drop on December 15th, and it's our first ever Mega Maxi Draft. That's a top 15 list. We've done a top 15 Maxi Draft before for like Lacey Chabert, but that was with 3 drafters. This Mega Maxi Draft is with 5 drafters drafting a top 15 list, completely insane, and the topic is 15 best Hallmark hunks in glasses movies. Erinbeth, why did I agree to this?
Well, I think everyone has Wes Brown to thank for that because he did look like a hunk in those glasses. And so this was a request draft. I believe there was a lot of people saying we need to draft hunks and glasses.
Yeah, it was a weak moment.
5 panelists. It's going to be fun. That will definitely put my scoring skills to the test.
It's Hilary Kovacs, Meredith Lewanowitz, Alicia Lomez-Gross, Erinbeth, and Cece Ponce. And they've been putting together the eligibility list to be sure that the Hunky Hall stars do, in fact, wear glasses in the movie, not just in one shot. It's a wild group. We'll see what happens. And then finally, the third show for December that will drop before New Year's Eve is a bonus mini draft. And it's me going up against Stephanie to draft this year's Lifetime holiday movies. I cannot wait for this. I'm a huge Lifetime movie fan, Lifetime movie network fan as well. There are 13 new movies that they're premiering. Steph, you've read some of the titles and descriptions. Do you have any reactions to what you've seen so far just on paper?
I am so excited because they have like a scary Lifetime holiday movie for the first time, and it involves a dangerous and creepy Secret Santa. So combining the love of these types of movies with a little crime is always really fun. But I'm also excited because the last movie, while the title sounds kind of ridiculous, A Pickleball Christmas, it does have one of our Hallmark faves, Maddie Finocchio. And then James Lafferty is the lead for all the One Tree Hill fans. So overall, though, the lineup just looks really good. It looks pretty classic, lots of light, fun kinds of movies.
Yeah, the scary one on Lifetime Movie Network is Do You Fear What I Fear? And I am always fearful for Secret Santa time of the year, quite frankly. Is it going to be another scented candle? I don't know. The pickleball one, I'm already angry at it. My dad was a tennis pro. I played in tournaments up and down the East Coast in high school and college. I am not a fan of pickleball. It'll ruin your tennis strokes. So I'm already angry at it, just so you know. But you're right. You've got these things like there's a cookbook focused one. There's one that takes place in Alaska. There's a runaway bride. I think Marcus Rosner is one. I'm not sure which one he's in, but he's always a good time. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be really fun. But unfortunately, their last one doesn't drop until literally right before Christmas. So we're going to figure out a recording date and then drop it before New Year's. So that's December. And by the time January 1st hits, we will have done 19 HMD drafts in 2025, a lot more than that once a month that I always talk about at the beginning of the show. And then we'll flip the calendar into season 5. So unbelievable. This year just flew by. Okay, so let's get to what's happening today. Erinbeth, 35 new movies premiered this year between January 1st and October 17th when Hallmark's Countdown to Christmas kicked off. And every year I say, I'm going to make notes throughout the year. I'm going to be really on top of it so that when it comes time to do my top 10 list, I'll be ready. And of course, I didn't. Did you?
Well, I was still doing soul searching this morning and messaging Stephanie and Lynn and saying, I'm going to move this movie to here. So I did struggle a bit with this list. However, our drafters are very confident in their lists because for the first time ever in HMD history, all top 10 lists submitted by Saturday afternoon from the drafters. I think Steph and I were the last ones to come in with our list. So good job, guys. That made my Sunday morning a lot less busy.
Yeah, it was incredible. Actually, I'm going to give a shout out to the first time drafter. I'll be introducing her shortly, but it's the first time drafter who sent me her list on Saturday afternoon, early evening, and then one by one, the other drafters started sending them, and by Saturday night, everybody's lists were in except mine, yours, and Stephanie's. And we were like,
Yep.
"Oh shit!"
I did. I was like, oh no, I guess I really have to do this.
All right. So, Steph, you do the movie synopses every single month. You're so organized. I've got to assume that you kept notes throughout the year. Did you?
I wish I could tell you that I took really good notes throughout the year, but I have not figured out a good system yet for taking notes while I'm watching the movies. So My commentary might not be so great today, but we're here.
We're here. You're looking great because you're wearing that HMD headband. Looks very fetch,
Right.
if I may say. Shout out Lacey Chabert, Mean Girls. All right, enough of this. Let's get right to introducing this month's panel of drafters. Two of them have done the best non-holiday Christmas draft before for 2023 and 2024. They're back again for a third time devoted to this topic. And one panelist is very brave. She's a first-time drafter tackling not only a big list, but going up against two very savvy pros. Let's find out who's who. First up is someone who has been with HMD right from the start, basically. She does so much every month behind the scenes of the show, well beyond managing the Hallmark Drafts Letterboxd account and creating or vetting the list of eligible movies for the drafts. She just won last month's Niall Mater draft, which I'd rescheduled a billion times. So it ended up being just before this month's draft. I'm so sorry. Of course, it's Kate Bacca. You've been immersed in watching Hallmark movies back to back to back to back. These 2025 non-holiday movies, there's quite a range in quality, Kate. I'm really curious to know what your thoughts are overall on the selection without giving away your gameplay or your strategy.
Yeah, I don't think it's really giving it away. I think there's only 3 movies this year that I really liked. So at the end of the day, I'm ranking Hall stars that I like. So we're going to be talking a lot of Hall stars today.
I've seen your list, of course. I do have thoughts on some of the ones that you picked, which don't give away anything about your choices at all. You're coming into this match with one leftover veto and one leftover veto override from the Niall Mater draft. So the trivia round, being able to pick your drafting position, could be really important to you and how much influence you can put forward in the list. You've drafted several times. You're very good. You typically win your matches, but I can't recall how you typically do in the trivia rounds. How do you feel about the trivia round?
Well, last month excluded. I did not win last month's, but I usually do okay in trivia. And I mean, I guess I'll shout myself out. I am a 3-time Bramblefest trivia winner. So
That's a trivia match to end all matches. I mean, that's what, 75, 80 questions, something like
yeah.
that?
But I mean, I've only been in person once, and so I'm usually doing it virtual. So it's easier to just be sitting on my couch doing it instead of running around Bramblefest. But last year's was really hard, and I only scored, I don't know, I don't even remember, like 60 something. And I was like, oh, there's no way I won this year. And then I came in like second or third or whatever. And I was just like, wow, it was really hard this year. It wasn't just me who thought that.
That's incredible. I usually get like 10 right. I do try to answer them and win, but I'm nowhere near, I'm bowing, nowhere near your
It was hard.
expertise.
They asked, I can't believe they did this, and I hope they don't do it again. Maybe somebody who makes those questions is listening right now. They asked the question to rank which of the top 10 movies the guys put on their like ranking episode. And it was
Yeah.
like the top 10, not like the top 1 or top 2 or something. I was like, how would anyone remember? If anyone got that right, like they're the trivia master. So
Did you get it right?
no, not even close, no.
Yeah. Well, listen, you sit back for a second. Good luck today. We'll get to trivia in a moment. Next up is one of my favorite people on the planet. She won the Williams Sisters draft back in May. That was real life sisters drafting the top 10 list of real life sister Hall stars, Ashley Williams and Kimberly Williams Paisley, drafting their top 10 list. She won that match with her sister Stacy, who happens to be her twin. Welcome back, Tracy Parry. You are coming into this match with 3 leftover vetoes. Oh my God, this has never happened. So you are a savvy drafter. You're opinionated, but also very thoughtful. You are not known, in my opinion, for causing chaos. So 3 vetoes in the hands of a drafter like Daniel Thompson or Cece Ponce or Jenna Colosi could unhinge a match. So I'm just really curious to see what you're going to do and what happens with your veto power coming in.
I didn't even realize until you like sent us a message. I was like, I have that many? I didn't think so. But I know you went and double checked and it's right. I was like, oh, I don't know. I was thinking about it this morning and I was like, already won one. Don't need to win another one. So I could just play for total chaos today or try to win. I still literally have not decided what I want to do yet. I keep on staring at my list going, hmm. So I'm not sure yet. I think it could have a lot of fun with it today. Kind of a lot like what Kate was talking about is yeah, there weren't a lot of like, I must have these on my top 10 list. So this could be a list to just be an agent of chaos.
Because you have the three vetoes, the
Mm.
trivia round and being able to pick your drafting position could be really important to you because depending on which position you end up with, you might have to give up one of those vetoes right at the beginning or a veto override if that's what the position is, because there's only 4 vetoes that you can have during a live match at any point in time. So I'm going to wish you luck with that. But before we get to that, without giving away your strategy, what was your overall thoughts on these 35 movies? And I keep saying 35 because Providence Falls, listeners, was a trilogy. There were 3 separate films in that, but for the purpose of this draft, we decided that, just lump them together and that's one entity. So that's how we went from 37 down to 35. So what were your thoughts overall?
Once we decided that Providence Falls was going to be one big event, I went, uh-oh, I gotta really rethink everything here. So it's like I said, it was a iffy group of movies this year. I don't know. I still don't know how I'm gonna play today. I really don't. Kind of like Kate, I've got 3 that I'm really passionate about, 3 or 4. Other than that, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll just play something from 30. I don't know. We'll see. I don't.
I know you're a big Christmas movie fan as
Yeah.
well. What do you think about like the little number of Christmas premieres this year? Are you
Well,
optimistic about this or
we were hoping maybe less number, higher quality. It hasn't looked that way so far. Although I haven't watched, as of recording today, I haven't watched last night's yet. And it's my boy, Tyler Hines. I haven't seen it. Um, it's okay so far. I haven't done any of my little reviews yet. It's been really busy, but yeah, but nothing spectacular has maybe Ted Cooper. We like Bob Bucks. Bob Buck. He's one of our favorites, right? So
he is a favorite. I was going to mention your TikTok Fab Math teacher is really fabulous. All your reviews and everything are just spot on. So listeners, if you're not following Tracy on TikTok, you definitely should. She's got good reviews. So good luck today, Tracy. I am rooting for you and also scared for you. You might have a big target on your back. All right. So finally, waiting very patiently, our final panelist is making her first appearance on HMD, Laura Schinner. Welcome to Hallmark Movie Drafts. You are going up against some big guns. How are you feeling today?
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. I have no idea how this is going to go, but I think it's going to be fun.
You're going to have a blast. I'm so excited for you to try your hand at drafting because I know you have opinions. I love the comments that you make in some of our groups, which are really just spot on. And as you know, this game is designed to crush dreams and ruin friendships. Not really, it's all in good fun. But if you win today, you'll be eligible to compete in the HMD 2025 Tournament of Champions, which Tracy and Kate are already eligible for because they won their matches, as you've just heard. Like I said, I know you've got strong opinions about Hallmark movies, but what I don't know is how competitive are you?
Well, first off, it sounds like they should probably just let me win this one if they're both already in the Tournament of Champions. But other than that, I would say I am fairly competitive in the moment. So like I can talk a lot of business and, play it up, but also like at the end of the day, like I'm not gonna be upset if the list isn't exactly how I want it or if I lose.
Good to know. I hope you go for it. Totally. I'll put a little twist on my question to you. Were there any movies on this eligibility list that you were surprised you liked or didn't like?
Um, I would say no, honestly. So my list, I'm kind of with them where there are 4 or 5 that I think are much better than the rest. And then more so when I was making my list, it was what I didn't think deserved to be on the list. And so that kind of defaulted into my other slots. So that's how I went about it.
That sounds good. Sounds like a smart plan. Okay, let's start shifting into gameplay mode. Let's talk eligibility for this draft. It's very straightforward. 35 movies that premiered on Hallmark Channel from January 1st up to Hallmark's Countdown to Christmas, which kicked off on October 17th. So like I said, technically it's 37 movies, but for this draft, we're making the trilogy of Providence Falls as one entity. So instead of three, so it's 35 movies altogether. Let's talk drafting positions for this match. There are three of them, A, B, and C. Drafter C picks positions 10, 7, and 3. Drafter C gets one veto card and one veto override card. Drafter B picks positions 9, 6, 4, and 2. They get one veto because they get more pick opportunities than the other two positions. And drafter A picks positions 8, 5, and the number one position on the list. They get one veto, they get a bonus veto. So basically this position gets to pick the number one movie and they get 2 vetoes. How do we decide who gets to be drafter A, B, or C? That's where Erinbeth and Steph come in. They're going to go over the trivia rules and then they're going to test your knowledge with a round of trivia questions related to the eligible movies. The first person to answer one question correctly gets to choose their drafting position. The second person to answer the next question correctly gets to choose theirs from the remaining 2, and the third person gets whatever is left over. Just remember, Kate has one leftover veto and an override. Tracy has 3 leftover vetoes that they can use in addition to whatever vetoes come with their drafting position. And Laura, since it's your first time drafting, you have no extra veto power to flex today, but I have confidence in you. I can't even begin to tell you how many first-time drafters come in and win their match. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed here. All right, I'm going to turn this over to Stephanie and to Erinbeth to do the trivia round. Good luck, you guys.
All right, so we're going to start with our rules. Number 1, you cannot answer until we've finished asking the question. No jumping in before we have finished speaking. Number 2, as soon as we're finished asking the question, raise your Zoom hand and wait for us to call on you. Then you can give your answer. We'll tell you if you're right or you're wrong. If you're wrong, you can't guess again until the other drafters have made a guess. If no one knows the answer, we'll just move on to another question. Does anyone have any questions? All right. Well, if you don't, we have some that have been written on paper since January. So I hope you have rewatched or made really, really good notes. Stephanie, take this away.
All right, our first question. In a Machu Picchu proposal, Katie and Carlos, played by Rhiannon Fish and Alex Santos, learn how to make what food from a local couple?
Oh, I think you stumped him. Oh, Tracy.
Yeah,
Chocolate?
No,
no,
that is incorrect. Laura.
This is a total guess, but tamales?
no.
Nope. Kate, you want to throw one out there just for the fun of it?
I'll admit that's not one I rewatched for this draft, so I don't remember.
What is that answer, Steph?
Empanadas.
Empanadas. All right, we'll go on to the next question. Dancing and farms collide for Emily Tennant and Jake Foy in Wish Swap. What is the first dance in round 1 of Dance Your Heart Out? This is one of the problems with ranking movies from a year ago, almost. Anybody want to try? Any Dancing with the Stars fans that just know names of dances? All right.
Nope,
The answer.
Tracy.
Oh, Tracy.
I have no idea. I don't even remember this movie. The samba.
No, that is incorrect. Laura?
I'll go with the tango.
No, that is incorrect. Come on, Kate.
I'll just salsa. I don't know.
No, that is incorrect. You guys were really in the wrong part of the world. It was the waltz was the answer to that one.
The guesses are good though, like for
Yes.
the both trivia questions.
You guys are crushing it.
This happened last year too, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
Yeah.
This draft is, it's so hard, the
It's
trivia with
hard.
having all year. Our next
Right.
question. In Haunted Harmony Mysteries Buried at Sea, so a more recent one man kills another and then is murdered himself over a specific item. What is the item?
Oh,
Tracy.
got it in there.
Fine.
Yes.
Yay. That's great. So now Tracy can sit back and, like Lynn said, she's got to figure out what she wants.
I'm impressed you knew the answer violin, Tracy. That was good because I'm thinking in my head, what's that instrument? All right, Tracy, sit back and relax.
Janelle Parrish finds a secret office romance with Scott Michael Foster. What are the nicknames Janelle and Scott know each other by? Tracy knows the answer to this one. She's about dying there. Kate.
It's like Miss Monday, Mr. Tuesday, or Miss Tuesday, Mr. Monday.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes. It is Miss Monday and Mr. Tuesday. Very good. Kate, with that, that means our trivia round is over. And you get to pick whatever is left from what Tracy picks. And Laura, you get whatever is left over.
Just how I wanted it. Threw that one on purpose.
I could see it in your eyes. You were reaching to raise your hand every single time and just kind of held back. Just held back just a little bit. Good hand fakes there. Good hand fakes, Laura. All right, Tracy. Wow, this is the perfect position for you. You've got 3 extra vetoes. Do you want to be drafter C, drafter B, or drafter A?
I'm gonna go. Oh, geez. I'm gonna go C and not take the veto, but take the veto override. Can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll do C and take the veto override.
I think that's incredible. So you'll get 3 vetoes and a veto override. Okay. When it's time, you're going to kick off the list because you've chosen to do 10, 7, and 3 for drafter C. When we get to the end of the match, I am going to ask you why you chose that particular position rather than the other 2. So good luck in the match today. And Tracy, you'll be up in the veto order every round except for the ones that you're picking in. So Kate, that leaves drafter B or drafter A. Which one would you like?
I think I'm going to play with kindness and I'm going to give Laura drafter B so she has more picks for her first time. So I'll take
Oh,
A.
Thank you.
I think that was the nice thing to do. I don't know.
it's a
It was
very
either give
nice
her
thing.
more picks or give her more vetoes, but I think more picks is probably more valuable.
Okay, Kate has chosen drafter A, so she gets picks 8, 5, and the number 1. That position comes with 1 veto and a bonus veto, so there's 2 vetoes right there. She's bringing 1 veto into the game, so right here she's got 3 vetoes and a veto override. Is this sounding very familiar? She has the same amount of veto power as Tracy, 3 vetoes and a veto override. And Laura, you're drafter B, so you're going to get the most picks, 9, 6, 4, and 2, and you have 1 lonely little veto. But you've got a veto, and that's the important thing.
That's all I need. It's all I need.
That's all you need. You have a beautiful little dog on your lap named Toad.
Toad,
Right?
yes, he's gonna keep popping up because he's very needy for attention.
He's so cute. What kind of dog is he? He's
He's a
adorable.
Yorkie mix, they think, but he's 100% a good boy. I've only had him for like 2.5 weeks, but he's adjusting really well.
He's so cute. And you guys look great together, too. Should be a-
We try.
All right, everybody. I think we're ready to do this. Stephanie and Erinbeth, are you guys ready to do this? Here we go. Yeah? All right. Okay, kicking off the list with her number 10 pick is Tracy. Tracy, what are you going to offer up?
All right, number 10 is part of a series. It's Pie to Die For, a Hannah Swenson mystery starring Allison Sweeney and Vic Webster. They finally kiss at the end. That's why I like it. They finally. That's why I like this one.
You're playing it for the kiss. All right. Barbara Niven is part of this series as well. This episode was directed by Jan K. Crystal Lowe from Signed, Sealed, and Delivered fame. And it's about when Hannah's customer and Dolores's theater rival is murdered. Hannah must find her killer in order to save her mother's reputation. Chad and Hannah's romance blossoms, and they finally kiss. We have a best kiss draft coming up in February next year. You think this one ranks up there for best kisses?
Maybe not these two from this movie, maybe them from the Vale movies. The chemistry between the two of them is undeniable. The mystery's great. No, but I love Barbara Niven too, so I was like, we got a couple of those this year. Let's throw one of those on our top 10.
Why not?
Mm.
Pie's always good. You're a math teacher. What is pi?
3.14152. That's all I have it memorized too.
Math is hard, right? You know, of all people, math is hard. All right, Pie to Die For from the Hannah Swenson series. Kate, you're first up in the veto order for this. What do you think of this movie at number 10?
It's a
What?
veto. It's a veto. I like the mysteries. Like, we're not going to kick off the list with one. If you want to bring it back later, then we'll see how many vetoes I have left at that point. But it's fine. I like Vic Webster. I like Barbara Niven. I don't like mysteries.
All right, it's off the list. It's vetoed by Kate. Let's wait and see if it comes back again before I ask Laura for her thoughts on this. So Tracy, what else do you have in mind for number 10?
All righty. Let me go with Andrew Walker and Rachel Boston, Adventures in Love and Birding. It's like the old school Hallmark of it. I mean, the birding wasn't right, and nothing seemed right about it, but it was just old school Hallmark romance, and I liked it. And it's Andrew Walker.
Adventures in Love and Birding. Rachel Boston is Celeste. Andrew Walker is John. The single mom agrees to be the partner of a bird enthusiast, that's Andrew, for a birding competition, but misunderstands the assignment and tells everyone she's his new girlfriend instead of just his teammate. That's the original description of it, but I don't think that's actually what it turned out to be necessarily. I think, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. This movie is eligible for the Cousins draft that's coming up in March of 2026. That's Tyler Hines movies versus Andrew Walker's movies. Tracy, I know you're drafting in that one. This is a solid, pretty typical Hallmark movie, but it's got great acting, two great stars. What do you think of this movie at number 10? Better than a mystery?
It's not a mystery. It has two Hall stars that I really like, so it made my list. So is it a great movie that I'm planning to rewatch all the time? No. But I didn't hate it, and I like both of them, so I'm happy with it on the list.
Oh. What about you, Laura? What do you think of Adventures in Love and Birding?
So I actually had this one higher on my list solely because I thought the chemistry between Andrew Walker and Rachel Boston was really strong. That bowling alley scene was very, very good. While I had it higher on my list, it was on my list, and I'm not gonna waste my one veto I have at this point.
A smart move by Laura, keeping Adventures in Love and Birding at number 10. Laura, while you think about your number 9, Stephanie, I know you had this on your list. What do you think about this being at number 10? It's locked in.
I feel like it's a little low for what we got in Hallmark this year. So I agree, like at the beginning, like earlier in the episode when everyone shared, like there was a good few this year. I would put this in one of the better movies of this year. So I don't know, Tracy might be a little chaotic starting it off.
All right. Okay, Laura, you've had a moment to think. You're going to make your very first pick in Hallmark Movie Drafts history at number 9. What are you going to give us?
I am going to go with Return to Office.
So Return to Office was Janelle Parrish. Scott Michael Foster was Tom. Kevin Smith is in this movie, and it was directed by Hall star Peter Benson. So after making the return to the office on a hybrid schedule, two coworkers, known to each other only as Ms. Monday and Mr. Tuesday, start sending friendly notes, sparking an office romance. Tell us why you like this movie at number 9.
Yeah, so I really like Scott Michael Foster. I was a big fan of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend and his role in that. And then Janelle Parrish is always fantastic in the movies that she's in. Those two, I think, carried this movie a lot. The topic of the movie hit pretty close to home for me when it was airing and gave me a little bit of trauma. But other than that, I think it was a great movie. I liked the note exchanges between them. I think that they worked really well together, and just two actors that I like. And that's what ended up on my list.
All good points. I'm sorry to hear about the trauma. Was it office related?
Yes, it was Fork in the Road, Return to Office related.
Yeah, it was so bad, especially after COVID. Big adjustment. I feel ya. I totally feel ya. Okay, Return to Office at number 9. Tracy Parry, what do you say?
Okay, so it is actually number 9 on my list too. So part of me goes, I love that you've got mail shop around the corner trope where you leave notes for each other. And then especially it was like you've got mail, except for not email, right? Well, I guess they did. They started messaging each other, but and I did, like I kind of mentioned earlier, I rewatched it this morning just to double check to see if I liked it as much as I thought I did. And I did. I liked it even, I probably could have even moved it up more, but I left it at number 9 on my list. So I'm not going to use one of my vetoes because I like this one at number 9. I really do like it. It's number 9 on my list. So
Of course. Why would you veto a movie that if it's on your list in that position, you get
I
2
know.
points, not just 1? All right, good for you for not vetoing it. And actually, just so you know, I just had someone the other day, earlier this week, message me and ask if we were going to do a sort of a shop around the corner theme draft. I think that would be a really good one. Yeah. Okay, Return to Office at number 9 was played by Laura. Tracy says it's okay. Kate, what do you think of this movie at number 9?
This didn't make my top 10, but it was pretty close. I do also really like Janelle Parrish. So again, once it comes down to just ranking all stars, it's just she ended up around like 12 or whatever. Um, I will leave it. I thought it was okay. I do also really like that like shop around the corner, you've got mail trope. This was like a new updated spin on it with the return to office world. So I'll leave it even though I don't get any points out of it.
I'm still laughing about your clip from last month with the
Oh, yeah.
Niall Mater one, where I asked you what you thought. You're like, yeah, no, I'll just take my point and move on.
I was surprised to learn people were so high on that movie on the Nina Weinman draft, so I like had a feeling it was gonna come up. So I was just like, I'll take the point for it. Whatever.
Take the point. Got nothing more to say. Just give me the point.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. Good for you. All right. Congratulations, Laura. You got 0 resistance. Return to Office is locked in at number 9. So, Kate, that brings us to you at number 8.
At number 8, I'm going to go with Sisterhood Inc.
With one of my favorites, Rachel Lee Cook, right? Rachel Lee Cook is Megan. Daniel Monet is Izzy. I will butcher this name and apologize in advance. Leonidas Goulopoulos is Dominic. Corporate exec Megan, that's Rachel, starts a board of directors to improve her younger sister's chaotic life and finds romance with a psych professor. Sounds like you like this movie for number 8, but overall, too.
Yeah, overall, it's kind of a dumb movie, but when you've got Rachel Lee leading the movie, it's hard not to have some kind of affection for it. I also really like Daniela Monet. She's been shining and she's had a couple like supporting roles in Hallmark. So I think that's really what kept it high in my ranking just because of who's in it. So again, I'm ranking all stars here, but I do love both of them.
This is a great pick, and Daniela and Rachel play really well together as the sisters. I will watch anything with Rachel Lee Cook in it. So there you have it. Okay, Tracy, you're first up in the veto order, Sisterhood. What do you think? And it's being played at number 8.
I love Rachel Lee Cook, and I love the extra, the board of directors cast. They were hilarious, but these sisters drove me crazy. Both of them. Couldn't stand them. Either one. They both had traits I couldn't stand, and it really made it difficult for me to like the movie. I'll just get back to the board of directors because that's a fun crew. I'm going to veto it. Well, I got 3 of them. So
Oh, wow. Okay, so who has a veto override? Nobody that can use one. Okay, good. See, I didn't forget this time. So vetoed by Tracy. Kate, while you're thinking about what you want to replace it with, Tracy, you're a twin. You are really close to your sister. I can only imagine that this movie made you bonkers.
yeah, I don't know. I think the super like type A personality drove me crazy, and then the other like total opposite, I couldn't even. I rewatched it this morning too, and I was like, uh,
No.
you're driving me crazy, girls, both of you. I'm all
Mm,
I did like the lead guy. Can we see him in more Hallmark movies? Wouldn't mind that.
Kate, do you have a replacement in mind?
I'm gonna go with Signed, Sealed, Delivered to the Moon and Back.
Okay. What do you like about Signed, Sealed, and Delivered to the Moon and Back?
So I think that crew is always going to be solid, even though maybe they've worn out their welcome with these movies. I am always happy to fall back into one of them. The Who's on First bit they do at the beginning with the expecting a baby thing, if you guys remember that scene, is just enough to put this on the list by itself. The 4 of them playing off each other there was just so solid. The 4 of them have such great chemistry. They really carry these movies. And the other thing I'll say about Signed, Sealed, Delivered is I'm on record for not liking the mysteries. Um, these are mysteries that I actually generally am interested in the B storyline. I think they're just done so much better than some of these throwaway Hallmark others mysteries, secondary storylines. On Mystery 101, all you really care about is Chris Palaha and Jill Wagner's storyline. And then sometimes they throw in these little things that are just taking up time. So Signed, Sealed, Delivered is really good about making these side stories way more enjoyable. And I found this one to be interesting.
I was really late to the Signed, Sealed, and Delivered movie game, as you know. The first time I'd ever seen one was when we were drafting the top 7 of the 2-hour movies. This one is one where Oliver learns a little bit more about his birth father, right?
Mhm.
So, I mean, I think it's a really poignant one, and he's sort of wrestling with his own upcoming fatherhood as well. So I think there's a lot to love in this movie. It's a very thoughtful piece. Tracy, do you like Signed, Sealed, and Delivered to the Moon and Back any better than Sisterhood?
It wasn't on my top 10, but I do like it because I like Signed, Sealed, Delivered. I like that cast. I like all those characters. Like you said, the fatherhood and Oliver getting to know more about his birth father. It's one that I'm okay with. Oh, and by the way, sending thoughts and prayers to Crystal Lowe, because I know she's battling cancer right now. So sending her lots of love right now too. I'm not gonna veto. I like it. It's not on my list, but I'm okay with it there. All right.
Her Instagram is just so powerful, absolutely. Thoughts and prayers for her cancer journey. Beautiful person, beautiful spirit. So all the positive vibes possible. Okay, so it's okay with Tracy. Laura, um, first of all, Sisterhood got vetoed. I don't know if you have thoughts about that veto that you want to chime in on. And then Signed, Sealed, and Delivered to the Moon and Back is what's replacing it. So, what are your thoughts here at number 8? That one veto that you have left.
I will say that of those 2 movies you mentioned, one was on my list, one was not. And I still have 3 spots left to play movies. This one is not on my list. I was also late to the Signed, Sealed, Deliver game. I've only seen like 2 or 3 of them. I'm not as connected to the characters. Love Crystal Lowe, obviously. But you know what? You only live once. I'm gonna veto it.
Oh, a second veto at number 8. Steph and Erinbeth, I think it was the last draft or maybe 2 drafts ago where we were like stuck forever on a 7 pick or an 8 pick. This always seems to be what happens. Um, okay, Kate. Sisterhood got vetoed. Signed, Sealed, and Delivered to the Moon and Back got vetoed. Laura felt strongly enough that she has used her one and only veto to remove it from this position. And as everybody knows, just because a movie has been vetoed doesn't mean it can't come back onto the list. It can be played higher up. So that's always the risk that you're taking. It just can't be played again at the position it was vetoed in. So Kate, your third try here. What are you going to offer up for number 8 that might make it through?
For number 8, I'm going to offer up To Barcelona Forever.
To Barcelona Forever. What do you like about that movie, Kate?
So there's 2 Barcelona movies this year, and the same cast. We got Ashley Williams, we got Alison Sweeney, both directed by Ron Oliver. And these ended up at 10 and 11 on my list. So I'm moving down to 10 to try and get something here on this 8 position. I gave this one the edge because I prefer Ashley Williams' character to Alison Sweeney, and I also prefer her leading man in the Barcelona series. This one's also a fake relationship movie, and I like the slight twist that they actually are like into each other before, instead of just falling into the fake relationship and then falling for each other. So that was a nice little twist to, a channel that's so known for their tropes. And there's a lot of movies filmed on location this year, and this is like, I think, did the best job, like kind of showcasing the country they were in. So that's why I have it on the list.
So To Barcelona Forever. This was actually written by Julie Sherman Wolfe. And when she came on to the podcast for her draft, which I drafted in, I remember saying to her during the recording session, "Oh, I wish you had written a fake relationship draft." And she's like, "Oh, I have." But there wasn't anything in her filmography at the time, and there was nothing in IMDb saying that there was something coming up. So this is the fake relationship movie that she was hinting at that got made. And it's Ashley Williams is Anna, as you said. Alison Sweeney is Erica, as Anna travels back to Barcelona, reuniting with Erica to celebrate her engagement to Nico. She meets a charming farmer and accidentally finds herself, quote unquote, engaged to save his family's legacy. And you did mention that this is filmed on location. And you and Tracy did the original filmed on location draft, like what, 3 years ago at this point, and you guys are signed on to do the sequel, Filmed on Location 2, which will be all of the filmed on location movies that have taken place since that draft was done a few years ago. So that should be a really fun one. All right, Kate has played To Barcelona Forever. It's her third attempt, Tracy. Third attempt. I know you like a good location movie.
I do. These weren't my favorite movies, but out of the 2, this one was, in my opinion, the better of the 2. It didn't make my top 10, but I'm with Kate. I like a fake relationship trope. I did like this couple better. I like Ashley Williams' character a lot in this one. And I also liked her leading man a little bit better too. So I'm okay with keeping it here. I'm going to be okay with this. Like I said, if it was the other one, I might veto it, but I like this one. So.
Okay. So this is staying on the list because Laura, you played your one and only veto. Do you like this movie, To Barcelona Forever?
Yes, so my opinion does not matter anymore, but for the record, this one was on my list. So I am happy with the veto that I used, and I agree, love the fake relationship in this one. I think this was the better of the 2 Barcelona movies, so I'm very happy with it.
Awesome. Erinbeth, well, Tracy is thinking about what she wants to play at number 7. I know that you like this movie. What did you like about this one?
It's really interesting because Kate kind of alluded to it about the difference between the 2 movies. I hated Ashley Williams' character in the first movie. Like, she drove me absolutely nuts. I loved her in the second movie, playing the exact same character. So, I mean, I just thought it was a really good one. Of the 2, I do think it's better. I like the relationship between the 2 of them. I thought it was a lot of fun, and the way they were, trying to hide, and a fake relationship. Come on, that's always a lot of fun. But I am glad that this is the Barcelona movie that made it onto the list.
Yeah, absolutely. It's my favorite trope, without a doubt. Okay, Tracy, it's up to you now for number 7.
Number 7. is a Rhiannon Fish movies. We had a couple of those.
Yeah.
But with I really like this leading man with Alex Santos. So it was a Machu Picchu proposal. Build them on location again, because we like the location ones. I love these two together. I think even though her character Katie kind of just bugged me, because I was like, why do you just need to I'll just let him propose the way he wants to propose. And then I don't know. I guess she tried to work too hard on it. I think that's kind of where it went off the rails and made it funny for me. So anyway, I like it. I love Alex Santos, especially after his interview with on Deck the Hallmark. I'm like, oh, I really like him even more. He's a teacher. I was like, anyway, so I like a Machu Picchu proposal. I'm trying to remember all the details, but I can't remember all the details of it such a long time ago. But it still ended up staying high up on my list, at least middle of my list, was the year kept on going. So it's not one I didn't rewatch it, but I remember having good feelings about it. So even with the crazy camera stuff at the end, I still liked it. So I've had it. I didn't discuss.
A Machu Picchu proposal. There was a lot going on with this movie. We had like we're learning how to cook. We've got the whole proposal scenario of trying to find the right moment, right? Alex Santos is a delight as Carlos. Rhiannon Fish is great as Katie. It was filmed on location in Peru. And as I mentioned, this one is eligible for the upcoming sequel, filmed on location too. And Tracy and Kate, just so you know, you'll be playing with another first-time drafter for that draft. It's Amber Sayer who will be joining for the first time. So it should be fun. Okay, so Tracy's pick at number 8. Kate, did you like this movie? I know you like filmed on locations too, but
I like
I'm
filmed
not
on
sure.
location. I like Rhiannon Fish. I didn't like this movie. I'm gonna veto it.
Okay, Kate is going to veto this. Tracy, what can you offer up to replace it since Kate vetoed it? So, Kate, you are down to one veto. You've used
Mhm.
2 so far, and you have a veto override.
I'm looking at a couple of them. I'm gonna go with, because I only have this one and 3 left. So I have one more spot after.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Catch of the Day with Michael Rady and Amelia Rulurup. Just another classic Hallmark rom-com, not really com, but rom movie. Like, it's just classic Hallmark. And I know some people are like, I want newer Hallmark, but it was kind of just like this refreshing, even though it was a fall movie in the summer, set in the summer. They put it in the fall. That one I still don't understand. But and it'd been a while since we'd seen either one of them, especially Amelia Ullerup. And I was really happy to see her. And you know what? The fact that she doesn't keep her big giant chef's job and moves to her hometown to take over the family business, I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me. I know it bothers some people, but it doesn't bother me. And then who doesn't love Michael Rady? Just Michael Rady fishing, Michael Rady on the beach, Michael Rady. We love him. So that's a big
He-
catch.
He's amazing. Our little cinnamon roll, as Meredith says, those brown puppy dog eyes. Yeah, absolutely. Catch of the day. You summed it up really well. She is basically a big time chef that goes back and the whole saving the family business sort of thing, helping out her sister and her family with their um, family restaurant. All right, catch of the day. Kate, you like this one any better?
I do like this one better. I had it like just right outside my top 10 at number 12. So like right after the 2 Barcelona movies. And again, it's just like the strength of the leads. These are like 2 of our best Hallmark leads. Also in a movie that easily could have been made in, 2016 or whatever. So that's why like watching it, I was like, this probably would have been one of my top of that like 2016, 2017 time. we do get like Hallmark does try to make things a little more like elevated these days. So that's why this one kind of fell just like outside the list because it was pretty cookie cutter Hallmark. But yeah, I'll leave it.
Okay, we've locked in Catch of the Day at number 8. Laura, you can't do anything about this, but your opinion still matters to us. So I want to hear your thoughts on a Machu Picchu proposal that got vetoed and Catch of the Day.
Yes, so a Machu Picchu proposal was also not on my list. I felt like that movie for me was very like disjointed and kind of all over the place, even though I do love the fish and Alex Santos. So I wasn't sad to see that one taken off. Um, Touch of the Day did not make my top 10, but I do love Michael Rady and Emilia Ullerup. I think they filmed this movie like a while ago, and it took a while for it to like finally air on Hallmark. I remember commenting in the group chat during it that Michael Rady's hair looked really good in the movie, so that's a plus that it had going for it. So I'm not mad that it's on the list.
Good call out. Yeah, you're not mad that it's on the list. It's going to stay there. While you're thinking about your number 6, Steph, I know that you liked Catch of the Day. Beyond Michael Rady, the Michael Rady of it all, what did you like about this movie?
So one of the things I love with Hallmark is that they have been elevating their movies. But sometimes I love the cookie cutter 2016 movie. And so I like, was there anything special about this? No. Was there anything like new and exciting? No. But did I enjoy it? Absolutely. So, yeah, I was a fan of this one for sure.
Absolutely. Who doesn't want to sit on a beach in the evening with Michael Rady on the sand? I do. Absolutely. Okay. All right, Laura, number 6 is up to you. You've done 9. You're doing number 6. You're still going to have 2 more picks left. Lucky you.
Thank you to Kate for that. So for number 6, I'm going to play Via Amore.
Villa Amore.
Or Villa Amore, yeah.
Yeah, Villa Amore. What do you like about that movie?
So yeah, it's got Kevin McGarry. You can never go wrong with him. I think there was like a Netflix movie that was pretty similar that was also released this year. But I like both of them. I liked the like town of people around them in Villa Amore. I liked I just liked the two together. I liked the chemistry. It was nothing super special, but like very middle of the road for my top 10.
Yeah, this movie reminded me of one of my favorite books that's been around for years and years and years, Under the Tuscan Sun. Like that whole trope of, oh, I'm going to another country and I'm getting this wonderful property that is in disrepair and try to repair it. So you're absolutely right. Eloise Mumford is Liara. Kevin McGarry, you can never go wrong with. He's Leo. So she goes to Italy and impulsively buys the villa where her parents met, and she soon learns that she's in way over her head and must ask a lawyer turned handyman, how often do we see that career switch? To help her renovate. Yeah. So this is another one that's filmed on location and is eligible for the upcoming draft. So they've pumped out a lot of filmed on location movies in 2025, and I am not mad about it at all. Tracy, are you mad about Villa Amore at number 6?
I am not. I actually had it at 5 because of Bocce the donkey. Love Bocce the donkey. If you could have put a donkey in it, I'm all in because I love donkeys. So I'm cool with it at 6 because I had it at 5, so no problems there. I really did like this movie, and I love Eloise Mumford. So anything she's in, I'm almost gonna guarantee I'm gonna like it. So yeah, I'm cool with it. Love it.
Yeah. So baci means kiss in Italian. Ee-aw, ee-aw, ee-aw. That's my best Italian. That's my best donkey.
Italian donkey.
My best donkey. Yeah, exactly. Kate, save me. Villa Amore. What do you think?
I have this one much higher. This is one of the three that I alluded to at the beginning that I actually really liked this year. It's like everything I love about a Hallmark movie. We've got filmed on location. We've got two amazing leads. Kevin McGarry, I was Team Nathan. He is the best looking man in Hallmark universe. That's my opinion. I know people might want to debate that. Lynn's making a face right now. But that's my opinion. So I am always predisposed to like his movies when they come up. And again, like Tracy said, Eloise Mumford is always good in these. I just like they don't use her that much, but whenever they do, it's a good movie. Like I always look forward to hers knowing that like maybe I wonder if she like says no to things and only does it if it's good, which would make me like her more. I don't know, but she just has a really like she would be a good one for your like Jessica Lowndes like Fast Five kind of episode because she doesn't have too like she's probably less than 10, but they're all good. Anyway, this is one of them. It's amazing. I loved it. I would veto it to try to get it higher, but I don't think that either of my co-drafters would put it in the spot I'm in. So I'll take my point here where it is and move on.
Would you do that mini draft if I did that?
An Eloise Mumford one?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we'll see.
What's her birthday, Lynn? We got to look that up.
I'm sure it's on my list somewhere. I've got way too many lists for things, but yeah, we can do it. We can do a birthday one for sure. I'm not going to yuck your yum about Kevin McGarry. So
Oh.
I think he's really good looking. I get him confused. Listen, I've never seen an episode of One Calls the Heart. Who's the other guy in One Calls the Heart with the dark hair?
Chris McNally or
Chris McNally.
yeah.
I get him confused with Chris McNally.
Oh,
So just
no.
like I get Warren Christie confused with Wes Brown sometimes in the initial first 5 minutes.
Team Ghost Jack, by the way. Daniel
Yeah.
Litzine is the most attractive of the Hallmark actors, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know him
I'm on
from When
board with
Calls
that
the
one
Heart.
too.
Yeah, I don't know him from When Calls the Heart, but yeah, December Bride, all day, every day. Yes, absolutely. What a hot smoking guy he is. All right, Villa Amore, played by Laura, gets past Tracy, it got past Kate. So we're locked in at number 6. Does anyone need a break? Everybody good? Should we keep going? Yeah.
I need a break real quick.
Okay, Steph, I'm going to pause it right
Sorry.
here. No,
Sorry.
that's good. Take your time. Okay, Kate, we've locked in number 6, Villa Amore, thanks to Laura. So Kate, it's back to you for number 5. This is your next to last pick. Your next opportunity will be at number 1. So what are you going to give us for number 5?
I think you guys wanted chaos in this draft. I'm going to try and put Signed, Sealed, Delivered back on the list.
Oh, Signed, Sealed, and Delivered is back on the list, To the Moon and Back. Tell us a little more about why you like this now, especially that you've moved it up a couple of notches to number 5. Oh, Signed, Sealed, and Delivered is back on the list, To the Moon and Back. Tell us a little more about why you like this now, especially that you've moved it up a couple of notches to number 5.
I like that it's not on Tracy or Laura's list, so I'd get a point that they don't have. Tracy still has veto power, so we can see how she feels about this little play here I'm going for.
Tracy, she is making a bold move, playing
Yeah.
this at number 5.
Tracy, I knew I could only do this with someone like you that's like
I
I've played
know,
so
I know.
many times. Like
Well, I was like, yeah, it's not going to be this high. We're going to veto this. So.
okay.
Nice try, though, Kate. Nice try.
It's worth a shot.
So Tracy vetoed this one. That brings you down to 1 veto and 1 veto override, once again, matching where Kate is at right now, 1 veto and 1 veto override. Kate, what are you going to replace it with?
All right, so I'm going to replace it with An Unexpected Valentine. I have this at number 5 on my list because I'm ranking Hall stars, and we all love Bob Buck, and Lacey's, of course, the Queen of Hallmark. This one's like just on the edge of me like loving it. It's good. I really love the like all in one night trope that they went for. It just, I don't know, it just fell a little tiny bit flat, but it was also the beginning of the year and we're like, oh, finally a halfway decent movie. So I think people remembered it highly. But again, at the end of the day, it's Bob Buck and Lacey Chabert. And they got to be on this list.
I hope they make another movie together because they're a great pair. This is actually one of the movies that when Dan Abel Jr., CEO of Bissinger's Chocolates, joined us a couple of months ago, we talked about this movie. He had seen it. So listeners, if you haven't listened to that draft, give it a listen because he's going to be back with us in a couple of weeks. All right, An Unexpected Valentine. I'm always up for Lacey Chabert. Tracy, are you always up for Lacey Chabert and Bob Buck?
I am for Bob Buck and Lacey Chabert. I had this higher on my list, so I'm good with it at 5. Fine by me. I really liked this one. I think it gave me high expectations for the rest of the year, unfortunately. And everything else had to be like, oh, well, it's not quite like that one. It was just different for Hallmark. And like I said, sometimes, like Steph said, we like the traditional, give me a good one. But this one was fun running around New York, quote unquote, New York City. And we have to give them back their ring. I just liked it. Usually I'm not into lost items and trying to recover them. So usually there's like a mystery or something involved with it. I did like these two together, though. It was so much fun. So I'm good with it at number 5.
Tracy's good with it at number 5. Yeah, the whole one crazy night trope is fun. Kate, you and I reviewed a movie that was on Netflix last year that was a one crazy night trope with, what's that music group? Pentatonics.
Pentatonics, yeah.
Pentatonics. That was a wild ride of a movie. I would watch that one again in a heartbeat. It was a lot of fun. All right, so Kate's played An Unexpected Valentine at 5. It's going to stay there because Tracy said it was okay. But before we get to Laura and your number 4 pick, what do you think about An Unexpected Valentine? Because I want to hear your thoughts.
Well, yeah, I do have to start by saying Bob Buck for life. Big fan of Bob Buck. I think he brings a lot of just like fun into his movies and humor. His Christmas movie, Merry Christmas, Ted Cooper, this year was like that too. I thought it was really fun to pair him with Lacey, and she got to show off some of her comedic chops as well. I really enjoy this movie. It definitely needed to be on the list. And I think like the interview the Deck the Hallmark guys did with him before the movie too, like we just all were immediately fans of his. He can now do no wrong. So I'm into it.
One of the best set of elbows in the industry, I think, actually. We're all showing our elbows, listeners. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, Laura, number 4. This is your next to last pick. You'll pick again at number 2. What are you going to give us? We're in the top of the list now.
So this is going to be interesting because I already know both of our other drafters' opinions on this movie. But it is one of my favorites of the year, and it is Sisterhood, Inc.
Sisterhood, Inc. coming back again. Rachel Lee Cook. Kate tried to play it at number 8, and it was vetoed by Tracy, who's just said no. But you're playing it at number 4. Tell me why you like this movie and why you've placed it so high.
I love me some Rachel Lee Cook. I am super excited she's going to be at Christmas Con this year, and I'm going to get to meet her. I've liked her since her Psych days, even before that. The characters that she plays in these movies a lot of time are almost like a bit like anxiety, like neurotic, and I can relate to that. And I like that she brings that to her characters. It's not just they have it all together, because none of us do. And so I love her. I like this movie a lot. I like the relationship with the sister. I like the board that comes in. The guy is really attractive. So what's not to like?
Exactly. What's not to like? I am so glad you mentioned Psych. I'm a huge Psych fan. If I didn't have a job and a family, I would do another podcast that was just all about Psych, where we could talk about the episodes year by year. Her
Hit me up
character
if you
in
ever
that.
do.
I just love it so much. Great shout out, Psych. Okay, Sisterhood at number 4. Will it make it through the Tracy filter again? Just remember, Tracy, if you veto this at number 4, Laura could play it at number 2. I'm not saying she would. I'm just saying she could.
Well, I'm not vetoing it. I guess I'm a pretty good liar because I actually had this at number 6 on my list. I was hoping somebody would play it higher when I vetoed it. And when Laura came in and said, oh, I have these other ones, she kind of played her cards there. And I went, sweets. She's going to play it again. I'll get my points. Kate will get her points. There we go. But it's still on the list. I'm like, hey, I can use a veto here. Why not? Let's start it off.
Laura, where did you have it on the list?
I had it number 3.
Okay, so we're all even. We just
it
watched
was
each other out with that one.
In the name of chaos.
I vetoed it because I thought it probably should be higher, but I didn't want to play that card. So thank you, Laura.
Okay,
Glad you
so
let it stay on. I was worried you were going to veto it.
She had the sixth pick. I was hoping she would put it at 6 because I had it at 6 on my list, but she didn't. I'm like, well, that's okay. I might said then she's probably going to play it at 4, and I'm okay with that. So no veto.
no veto. Kate,
No veto.
veto, you good?
No, I'm good with it. Yeah, I'll
You're
take
good
that
with it?
point.
That might become your mantra, I think. I'll just take that point. Steph, I know you had this on your list. You love this movie. What do you think of it at number 3?
I think it's great. I had it lower, but I mean that doesn't matter. I just love this. I love the concept. I'm also a big Rachel Lee Cook fan, going back to She's All That, back in the 90s. So
Yes.
yeah, I anytime she's in a Hallmark movie, it gets stamp of approval. I'm always a fan.
Yeah. She's All That in my top 10 all-time favorite rom-com movies, no doubt.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's fun. I feel like it probably wouldn't hold up to today's standards, but still truly enjoyable.
Yeah, pretty much
You
feel
know,
like it.
it's fun to go back and watch that now and see Oscar winner Kieran Culkin in that movie. It's pretty awesome.
I forgot he was even in that.
He's the little
Yeah.
brother. Yeah,
The
Same.
brother,
Yeah.
right? Yes. Oh, Kate, you're the best.
yeah. But it's fun to rewatch it and be like, this guy has won multiple Emmys and an Oscar. And She's All That. So there you go.
Wow. Okay, Tracy, here's your final pick at number 3. We're down to the very end.
Number 3, you got to have Wes Brown and Lacey Chabert. Got to have Haul Out the Halloween. I love that movie. I love that cast. It was better than the last Haul Out the Holly movie. It wasn't as good as the first Haul Out the Holly movie. It was still fun, more fun than the second holiday movie. And I just loved it. I know some people said it wasn't enough Halloween, but I think it was just enough. And just enough of the new neighbors, for my opinion. We got more of Stephen Tobolowsky and Melissa Peterman and Travolta. What's her first name? I forget. They're just that whole, thank you, Ellen. Thank you. That whole cast, I just love them. And in my opinion, it needs to be on the list. We get Wes Brown and glasses again. So
Ever Scream Lane, what's not to love?
yeah.
A little Halloween in there. I was hoping for a height requirement on a ghost like they have for a Nutcracker, but that didn't happen. But a great ensemble cast, Tracy. You are not wrong. I would be very surprised if Kate vetoes it, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
You've seen my list and know that this is also number 3 on my list. So I'm absolutely not going to veto it. This was one of the top 3 of the year that I think I would actually watch again. And if they want to keep making these haul out movies for every holiday, and as long as you got to get Melissa Peterman, you got to get Stephen Tobolowsky, like keep it coming. I'll watch every single one of them and enjoy every single one of them. I know like some people say they're diminishing in quality as we go, but I don't care. I'll keep watching them.
I know it's just such a great vibe with that cast. And since my birthday is on a holiday, I want them to do Haul Out the Groundhog's Day because that's my birthday.
That's Stephen
Everyone's
Tobolowsky's
like,
movie too. Like that'd be great.
right?
Yeah.
Day 2, but I don't think it would make a good movie. We should not do Haul Out the Pearl Harbor Day. I don't think that would be good. That'd be very, very bad.
Call out the Veterans Day. We love the troops.
Maybe we should create the top 10 list of Hallmark movies that don't exist yet for a haul out with a haul out theme. See what people come up with for those holidays. Laura, if that movie ever comes into fruition, I'm going to blame you. Haul Out the Halloween is staying at number 3. But Laura, before you tell us your number 2 pick, tell us your thoughts on that movie, Haul Out the Halloween.
Yep. So I agree that this is a top movie of the year. I'm in an interesting position because that was my number 2, and I thought you guys were gonna let me get away with playing it there. So yes, everything that they said about it, fantastic movie. Love those group of characters together. Nothing else really to say about it. Hilarious, so fun.
Yeah, so you'll get the point. I was kind of hoping you would get to play it at number 2 too, so you could get 2 points. But it's on your list, so you're good to go. So what are you going to play at number 2?
That's a good question. What am I gonna play? Because I feel pretty strongly about what the number 1 movie should be. and I'll have to trust my fellow drafters with that. But then that leaves me with playing a different movie on my list. So I'm gonna go with The Reluctant Royal.
Oh, a royal movie making its first appearance on the list. What do you like about The Reluctant Royal? That's Andrew Walker and Amelia DeRaven is Prudence. Andrew's the Philly mechanic named Johnny, and he's surprised to learn that his long-lost father is a duke, but the duke isn't quite what he expected, nor are his growing feelings for the duke's advisor, Prudence.
Yes. So you gotta love Andrew Walker if we're going off of all stars making movies this year. I actually liked Love and Birding more than this one, but this was a strong one. Some good comedy in it. Andrew Walker playing a Philly mechanic. How can you not enjoy that? I like royal movies. I think this was the strongest of the royal movies that they made this year. And so that's how it ended up number 2 on this list, unless someone vetoes it.
Well, let's see what happens. Tracy, I don't know how you feel about royal movies, but how do you feel about The Reluctant Royal?
I don't always love them. I did really like this one. This one is actually number 2 on my list. It was a little bit of a twist on a royal movie, and Andrew Walker, we get a shirtless Andrew Walker and a shirtless, well, no, he's not juicing while shirtless, but he's juicing too to help save the little town. I watched a little bit more of it this morning just to remind myself of it. And I went, yeah, I'm glad I put it this at 2. I like Emily DeRaven. I liked her Once Upon a Time as well. I know I didn't watch that all the way through to the end, but I do remember loving her in that. I liked the two of them together. I thought it was an interesting pairing when I first heard it. Andrew Walker can act against anybody and make it work. I did like the idea of long lost dad, who's the duke. So it wasn't like a prince or a king, but he had to come back and have this relationship with his dad that he thought just didn't exist or didn't care about him. We find out he doesn't even know he was alive. I'm not going to veto it. I don't know what Kate's going to do, but I like it here at number 2.
Kate, I'm not gonna give away your list. What do you think of The Reluctant Royal at number 2?
This is on my list. It was at the bottom. It was number 9. And that's, again, because I was ranking Hall stars and I love Andrew Walker. But again, like Laura, the same, I had Adventures in Love and Burning higher. But I did have both of them just because I love him so much. So I will leave it on because we all love AWOC, but it was okay. I don't really love royal movies. My one big exception to that is One Royal Holiday. That's the only one that I think was really good. But as far as the batch of royal movies we had this year, actually, I do have another one on my list, which we can talk about later, but this one was just carried very far by AWOC. And yeah, Emile DeRaven, how do you say her name? Is that it?
Emily?
Emily? I thought it was
Emily.
I'm going with Amelia Ullerup's name, mashing them together. Anyway, she was on Lost, which like every time I see her, it's like, don't take my baby. Like you can't forget. So yeah.
Don't take my baby. Yeah. So Stephanie and Erinbeth, I am surprised that this movie is number 2 on the list, that we have a royal movie out of all of these movies at number 2. This is what I was alluding to at the top of the show, Kate, when I said, I have some questions about your final list.
Oh, okay.
Not prepared for this. All right, Kate, it's all up to you. Let me give a state of the list, which I don't think I've done in the entire show. I'm so sorry, listeners, but for those of you scoring at home, here it goes. At 10, Adventures in Love and Birding. At 9, Return to Office. At 8, we finally locked in to Barcelona Forever. At 7, Catch of the Day. At 6, Laura played Villa Amore. At 5, Kate played An Unexpected Valentine. At 4, Sisterhood. At 3, Tracy played Haul Out the Halloween. At 2, Laura played The Reluctant Royal. And at number 1, Kate is going to play.
I mean, I'm going to be shocked if this isn't everybody's number 1. Should we all say it together? It's Providence Falls.
It falls, yeah.
Thank
Okay.
goodness.
Okay, good. I don't think I can add anything like unique or special to this. It's amazing that they did this. It's so un-Hallmark. I'll say this, Hallmark's trying to push the younger people, like the younger actors on us. And I just haven't really taken a liking to any of them that much yet. I don't hate any of them, but like I would rather have like Nikki DeLoach over like what's the girl that's going to be in the football movie this year? I can't remember.
Holland
her name.
Roland.
Yeah, Holland Roland.
Roland. Yeah, like they're like, I'd rather have Nikki Lurch. I'd rather have Taylor Cole, like one of these people than some of these young ones they're trying to push. Like going back to the whole thing where they're saying like Lacey's too old or whatever. So this is an example of them getting two new leads for us that do a great job. I wasn't familiar with either of them. Now I know like that what's her name? Katie. I don't remember her last name.
Katie
Katie
Stevens.
Stevens. Yeah. So it was interesting just getting to know both of them as actors, and they did an amazing job on this. It didn't look cheap. And I know the budgets on these are tight. They did really great job with like going back in time and then going back to today. And then of course, like we've got Niall Matters cameo, which was like an extended cameo. It was amazing. And Brendan Penny was a little bit wasted, but so happy to just see them taking our Hall stars and putting them in like little roles in these movies. So that's the way to do it. If you want to mix together like the people that are getting too old in Hallmark land and giving us some new people, get some good new people and like still keep our Hall stars around. So there we go.
Yeah. I'm here for the veteran Hall stars. How's that, Laura?
Yeah.
Love the veteran Hall stars.
Yeah, veteran Hall stars. So Providence Falls, this was a 3-part limited series. Evan Roderick makes an appearance, of course, in this. Matty Finocchio, someone else had mentioned. Niall Mater crutches it as his darker side character. I would just love to see him in like a Lifetime movie or as a true villain. So basically, in the first one, this is in 1844 Ireland. A rogue falls for a squire's daughter, altering her destiny. Angels send them to the present day Providence Falls to correct it. And he must make her fall in love for another man, though she's now a cop with no memory of their past lives. So it's going back in time to current day. And it's what happens over the series of these 3 films. It's kind of a twist on The Way Home. Nobody's jumping into the pond. There's this element of time travel in it. So Providence Falls, played by Kate, as the whole entity, the 3-film series, at number 1. Tracy, you're the only one with veto power. I mean, I've seen your list. Tell us whether or not you're going to veto it.
It was when it was 3 separate ones, it was 1, 2, and 3. That's why when we decided to put it only as 1, I went, "Oh, time to move some things around." It's so good. It's so different. I'm so disappointed that was it one of the lowest rated things shows are Hallmark those 3 weeks. It's one of the best things they've done in a long time. Like better than The Way Home. Maybe the first season of The Way Home was probably maybe a little bit better, but man, it's just so good. Of course, I was pretty confident. I was like, I think we're all going to have the same number 1. So, and yeah, I was right about that.
Good job. It's locked in, Laura. But still, your thoughts on Providence Falls at number 1?
Yep, it was my number 1. Very happy it got played there. I don't know if Hallmark has ever done anything as cool as having Niall Mater set a drink on fire. Pretty fantastic. The chair scene, pulling the chair in, the dress, they push some boundaries there that they don't normally do. I think they played the fish out of water really well in the present day. Just a fantastic series of movies. One of the best things Hallmark's put out in a while.
Well said. You guys, you did it. This is fantastic. You threw a lot of vetoes. No overrides were thrown. And oh my gosh, I think I forgot to ask people about overrides, but I'm going to assume that you weren't going to override anything that got vetoes. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. So well done. Erinbeth and Stephanie and I are going to compare notes on our personal top 10 lists and see how many of our movies made it onto your final lists. Erinbeth, read your list from 10 to 1. Just briefly talk about one movie maybe that we didn't already discuss, and then, then we'll take turns and you can tell us which of the 3 of us won, what our scores were.
Okay, number 10, Love of the Irish. Number 9, An Unexpected Valentine. Number 8, Polar Opposites. 7, Mystery Island House Rules. 6, To Barcelona Forever. 5, Return to Office. 4, Adventures in Love and Birding. 3, Haul Out the Halloween. 2, Villa Amore. And 1, Providence Falls. Before I get to my one movie I want to talk about, I do want to say that our drinks for this month are Haul Out the Hollow Wine, which is a wine cocktail. And then my Argent Tea Love, which is an yerba mate hot tea beverage. I actually did the yerba mate one. It was really, really good. The movie I want to talk about is Love of the Irish. I don't think it was one of the more popular ones, but Eric Kelly is in it. And gosh, gotta love her. Claire Beck. Talk about bringing veteran actors in from the cutting edge. I actually liked her storyline more than I liked. It's like talking about those B storylines. I liked her storyline of finding her mother more than I really was into the love story. I still like the love story, but I mean, I cried. Like when she walked in and it was her mom, I just was like bawling tears that she had found her mom. It really was a great movie. And I knew that nobody else was going to play it, but I was putting it on my list because I think it should be there.
Love of the Irish made me cry too, but for entirely different reasons because it was one of my favorites. So Sinead Grimes Beach is Fiona and Stephen Hagen is Liam. This is directed by Ali Liebert, one of our favorites, and it was filmed on location in County Cork. Basically, Fiona and her mother embark on an Irish adventure where Fiona unexpectedly finds love with a charming single dad who helps her embrace her own fortunes. Good pick, Erinbeth. I'm
Yeah,
sorry no
I
one
didn't like
played
it.
it.
Good pick.
I'm trying to be sincere.
But those drinks are really good.
Listeners, you can find the recipes at Hallmark Movie Drafts Instagram. So check them out. Okay. Stephanie, what was your top 10 list?
Okay, I had Catch of the Day at 10. 9 was Royal We. 8, Sisterhood Inc. 7, Return to Office. 6, An Unexpected Valentine. 5, Haunted Harmony Mysteries Buried at Sea. 4, Haul Out the Halloween. 3, Adventures in Love and Birding. 2, Villa Amore. And 1, of course, Providence Falls. The one I want to highlight is Haunted Harmony Mysteries Buried at Sea. Some folks know I love the mysteries, even though a lot of the time the mystery is not that great, but it's exciting to see Hallmark do the mystery. I feel like the Haunted Harmony mysteries are much better in the around the mystery part. So this one actually had me like guessing and wondering, and I feel like you could kind of figure this one out too ahead of time, like most of them. But Tamara's great in these movies. I don't know. I just love that it's in Ireland and it's really fun.
Okay, my turn. Here we go. Just really quickly. Number 10, Journey to You. 9, Polar Opposites. 8, Catch of the Day. 7, Villa Amore. 6, Adventures in Love and Birding. 5, Return to Office. 4, How Out the Holly. 3, Providence Falls. 2, An Unexpected Valentine. And number 1, Sisterhood Inc. So Journey to You was a last minute change on my part. I watched it for the first time last night. Maybe it's recency bias. I don't know. I love the cast. Erin Cahill is in it. Eric Valdez is in it. You've got generational storyline there. It's a thoughtful, slow, sort of moving movie all about the Camino de Santiago, this journey, this walk. There are some religious elements to it, but it's really sort of more about self-discovery, self-reflection. And it's beautifully shot. I love the scenery. I love the cast. I love the dialogue. I think it's really good. The romance is secondary to the journey of this walk. And if you're not familiar with Camino de Santiago, Google it. Look at the wiki page. There's a lot of history there. It goes back to the 9th century. It's really fascinating stuff. So that's what appealed to me, and that's why I put it on my list. So there we have it. Okay, Erinbeth, how did the three of us do?
Wait, quickly, Lynn, we can't skate past. You have Providence Falls at 3, and you have Sisterhood
Thank
Inc. at number
you. Thank
1.
you,
Yes.
Kate. Thank you.
We need to chat about that a little bit there,
I mean,
Lynn.
what you said about Journey to, like, that was beautiful, but this is what we need to know. Like, why?
Okay, so here's why. I could have had, like everybody else, Providence Falls at number 1 or even number 2, but I didn't because I'm judging it based on what would I watch again. That's my only criteria when I put my list together. I'm not necessarily looking at Hall Stars. I'm like, if I only have one movie that I can watch again out of these that are eligible, what am I going to watch again? And those are the ones that are going to make it onto my onto my list. And I would absolutely watch Rachel Lee Cook anytime, anywhere, and anything, always, always. For me, Providence Falls was good. But I was really there more for Niall Mater and Roderick. I wasn't really vibing with it right off the bat. I had to get into the second movie in order to really embrace it fully. And then I went back and watched the whole series again, and I was like, I'm done. I'm good with this. Was it good? Yes. Good enough for my list? Yes. But it wasn't one that I'm going to say, I'm going to watch that trilogy again. And Unexpected Valentine, Bob Buck for life, Lacey Chabert for life. That's all I got to say. I stand by my list and my ranking. But thanks, Kate.
Well, I mean, that's your explanation. You stand
That's
by
my
it.
explanation. I stand by it, and I probably lost. How'd we do? How'd we do, Erinbeth?
Well, I have to say that little, snafu of putting Providence Falls at 3 instead of 1 um, means that we did not have a three-way tie. Stephanie and I tied for first, and you did not.
What were our scores? What were the scores?
8, 9, and 9.
Oh, we would have had a
Stephanie,
three-way tie. Okay.
we would have had a
Okay.
three-way tie if you'd put it where it belonged.
Did put it where it belonged, and I'm sorry that you guys got bonus points when you didn't deserve it. Anyway, we move on. All right, let's find out from the players. These are the ones that really matter. Let's use the veto order. Tracy, you were first up in the veto order. What's your top 10 list?
Number 10 was Pie to Die For, Hannah Swenson Mystery. 9 was Return to Office. 8, Catch of the Day. 7 was Machu Picchu Proposal. 6 was Sisterhood Inc. 5 was Villa Amore. 4 was Haul Out the Halloween. 3 was An Unexpected Valentine. 2 was The Reluctant Royal. And number 1 was Providence Falls.
Yeah, is there anyone that you want to talk about?
No, we talked about all of them.
Kate, what's your list?
Okay, so I had number 10 To Barcelona Forever, number 9 Reluctant Royal, number 8 Sisterhood Inc., number 7 Signed Sealed Delivered, number 6 The Royal We, number 5 An Unexpected Valentine, 4 Adventures in Love and Birding, 3 Haul Out the Halloween, 2 Via Amore, and number 1 Providence Falls. So the only one we didn't talk about was Royal We. Is that the one you're surprised about on my list, Lynn?
I was shocked to see 2 royal movies on your list. I don't associate royal movies with you at all. So yeah, I was really surprised.
I think it's just the way the year played out, because I kept this list going as we went, and that one was one of the better ones early on. So it stayed in my head. And when I just rewatched my top 15, I was like, that one's good. I mean, Mallory Jansen's very charming, and as far as royal movies go, it's one of the better ones. So
this was on my list originally. I think it ended up at 11 or 12 for me, but Mallory Jansen is B, Charlie Carrick is Prince Desmond, When Her Older Sister Elopes with a Non-Royal, Princess B, who has lived her life away from her royal duties, must now step in and honor the arranged marriage to a small kingdom prince. But yeah, there was something, I can't remember what it was, but there was just something a little more fresh about it, aside from the usual, oh, I got to go back and give up my independence and all of that. Good choice, Kate. All right. So Laura, what was your top 10 list? 10
Yeah,
to
I
1.
almost put the Royal We on mine as well. I switched it last minute into 11 instead of 10. And I'm also mad at myself because I accidentally played my number 8 movie and number 9. And I don't know if that will affect anything, but if I lose, it's because I can't count. So my list is 10 Polar Opposites, 9 To Barcelona Forever, 8 Return to Office, 7 The Reluctant Royal, 6 Via Amore, 5 Love and Birding, 4 An Unexpected Valentine, 3 Sisterhood Inc., 2 Haul Out the Halloween, and 1 Providence Falls.
Great list. Anyone that you want to maybe talk about?
Yeah, so the only one I had on my list that has not been talked about is Polar Opposites. And that was really just because I love the fish and it was a fun movie and I needed something to put in my 10 slot. And that was the one I went with.
I made a couple of our lists actually, but it didn't get played in this one. So, all right, Erinbeth, our official score creeper, as I say. What happened? Tell
Well,
us the scores, tell us who won.
I feel really bad now that Laura said that she played her one at the wrong place because had she played it in the right place, she would have won outright with 11 points. But instead, and I do not know how, for the second time in a row, we have a three-way tie
Guys
of
Wow.
are
11
killing
points
me. No.
each. I literally messaged Steph because I knew Providence Falls was going to be number one. So as soon as two came in, I messaged Steph and I said, we're going to have a three-way tie again. But yeah, it's like we're going to have a three-way tie
Wait,
again.
what did you
This
say
is
the score?
crazy.
Three-way tie at what?
11.
Oh, okay.
You all have 11. But as soon as Laura said she played that at the wrong place, I was like,
Who's to say whether it would have stayed there if I played it, and if the movie that did get played there would have again
it's
played in the
true.
other spot, so you don't know, but
It's true. It
interesting.
happened. It came out exactly the way it was supposed to.
You guys, great match. Laura, I really thought you won this one. I really did. Good to know that I was only off by 1 point because you did an awesome job. You guys, another three-way tie. The good thing is that we're only adding one more person to the current tournament because Kate and Tracy, you guys were already eligible for it. Last month's three-way tie just killed me. That list of eligible players for the tournament this year is just grown. So it's gonna be a battle. Uh, anyway, awesome job. Congratulations to all three of you. This was such a blast. Thank you all for doing it. This is so much fun. Listeners, be sure to follow Hallmark Movie Drafts wherever you get your pods. It's available everywhere. Subscribe to our new YouTube channel. Meet up with us on Instagram. If you love HMD, please share and recommend the podcast on your socials to your friends. Give us a follow, leave a review on Apple and Spotify. It really makes such a difference in the search so that more folks who love Hallmark movies can find the pod. We love reading them as well. We share them from time to time on air. Knowing that we're heard every month in 48 countries, we have loyal listeners in 48 countries that follow the show. It's really discouraging to only have like 35 or 36 reviews on Apple. You know, you're out there. There's thousands of you. So take a moment to leave a review, please. Coming up in December, I already mentioned the three shows that are going to be dropping. The Christmas at Bissinger's Chocolates Draft with Dan Abel Jr. will drop in early December. The Mega Maxi or the Maxi Mega, I can't even remember what I call it, the Hunks and Glasses draft will drop on December 15th. And then the bonus draft of the Lifetime holiday movies of 2025 that Steph and I are going to face off on, and we never agree on anything. So that should be an interesting one. That'll drop really towards the end of the month. So once more, for the final time, here is the definitive list of the 10 best non-Christmas holiday Hallmark movies of 2025 as drafted by Kate, Tracy, and Laura. Here we go. At 10, Adventures in Love and Birding. At 9, Return to Office. At 8, To Barcelona Forever. At 7, Catch of the Day. At 6, Villa Amore. At 5, An Unexpected Valentine. At 4, Sisterhood Inc. At 3, Haul Out the Halloween. At 2, The Reluctant Royal. And at 1, all right, I made a mistake. I admit it. Providence Falls. Great job, everybody. Let's all say bye.
Well, hello.
Bye.
Sisterhood, people. Sisterhood. Hallmark Movie Drafts is a monthly production. Like the show? Leave us a review. Spread the word. Help Hallmark movie fans find us. Follow the show at Hallmark Movie Drafts on Instagram. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. We just started one. It's free, I promise. Stephanie Preschel creates the movie synopses using descriptions from IMDb or Hallmark.com as a base. Kate Bacca, she creates and vets the list of eligible movies and manages our Letterboxd account called Hallmark Drafts, where you'll find the movies for each show, as well as the final top 10 lists and the panelists who drafted them, so you know who to blame. Erinbeth and Jackie Finestone help with special projects. Erinbeth Cermak She creates the trivia round questions and, along with Stephanie, Kate, Erin, and Jackie, provides additional creative, research, and hosting support. Me? I'm Lynn Austin. I'm the showrunner, producer, and host. I staff the panels, manage the show topics, the production schedule, and the HMD socials, and I edit and publish the podcast. And none of this would be possible without the Deck the Hallmark podcast double-deckers, who share their passionate opinions on these Hallmark movies that we love, or maybe not love, so much. See you next month.